Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. What tea? Let's get to the news. The Rangers universe has been sent into a frenzy, with whispers circulating that Lawrence Shankland, a name that has long been associated with decisive strikes and a relentless drive in front of goal, is finally on the verge of joining the club in what insiders are calling an absolutely unexpected move. Fans across Scotland have been speculating for months about the club's transfer strategy, with a lot of chatter suggesting that the board has been quietly observing Shankland's performances, analysing every aspect of his game, from his movement off the ball to his finishing in high-pressure situations. It seems that the Rangers hierarchy may have decided that a fresh injection of attacking firepower was necessary to shake things up in the squad, and Shankland fits the profile perfectly. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the timing. While most would expect major moves to occur during the traditionally busy transfer windows, the notion that Rangers are prepared to act decisively now adds a layer of urgency and mystery to the whole saga. Fans are already debating whether Shankland can adapt to the intensity of life at Ibrox, where expectations are sky high and the pressure to deliver is relentless. The speculation has also ignited discussions about who will make way for him, with rumors pointing towards a long-serving veteran whose position in the squad appears increasingly precarious. In addition to the signing buzz, the speculation surrounding the veteran's departure has fueled an entirely separate narrative among supporters, who are trying to piece together what this means for the team's dynamics on and off the pitch. The veteran, a figure who has been synonymous with Rangers' ethos for over a decade, is reportedly under scrutiny for his declining influence in crucial matches and his reduced playing time in recent seasons. Social media forums are alight with passionate debates about whether this is a cruel move from the club or a necessary evolution, highlighting the brutal nature of football where loyalty sometimes clashes with ambition. Observers note that Rangers have often balanced the integration of new talent with the respectful exit of established players, suggesting that the club's management might be attempting a delicate operation, one that avoids alienating the fan base while signaling a clear intent to refresh the squad. The veteran's legacy, though cherished, could be at odds with the current competitive ambitions, particularly if Shankland is brought in to spearhead a more aggressive offensive approach. Pundits have begun crafting scenarios where the veteran transitions into a mentorship role off the field while the spotlight on Shankland intensifies, thereby combining the wisdom of experience with the dynamism of youth in a strategic balancing act that is both risky and potentially rewarding. Adding to the intrigue, sources close to the club hint at negotiations that were conducted in near secrecy, with very few insiders allowed to comment, creating an almost cinematic sense of anticipation among the fan base. Shankland himself is reportedly aware of the intense expectations that accompany life at Rangers, and speculation suggests that he has been preparing mentally for a step up to a club that demands nothing less than consistency, leadership, and the ability to perform under relentless scrutiny. Analysts are already breaking down his playing style, comparing it with current squad members, and assessing how his presence could alter tactical formations, pressing strategies, and even locker room hierarchies. The broader footballing world is watching too, with rival clubs likely reconsidering their defensive plans if the signing materializes. Meanwhile, fan forums and pundit channels have erupted with predictions ranging from cautious optimism to bold declarations of a transformative impact, reflecting just how emotionally charged and high-profile this potential move has become. The way Rangers handle the integration of Shankland, should it happen, will be closely scrutinized, and every appearance, goal, or assist could be magnified in the court of public opinion, especially given the context of the veteran's departure and the implied message of renewal that the club is signaling. It's also worth noting that the economic side of this speculation cannot be overlooked, with insiders hinting at a deal structure that could involve performance-based incentives, appearance fees, and potential bonuses tied to Rangers' success domestically and in European competitions. This has led many to speculate that the club is not merely investing in a short-term fix, but rather positioning itself strategically to maximize both sporting outcomes and financial returns. In an era where football clubs are as much businesses as they are sporting entities, the combination of signing a prolific striker and releasing a veteran with a high-wage bill can be seen as a calculated move to manage budgets while simultaneously rejuvenating the squad. Fan communities are dissecting every nugget of information about wages, contract length, and potential clauses, while also debating the cultural fit of Shankland within the Rangers dressing room. There's an emerging narrative that the club is sending a message to the players and supporters alike. The era of complacency is over, and only those who can contribute consistently to results will be central to the club's ambitions. Every insider tip, cryptic tweet, or media leak is being analyzed with forensic attention, creating a sense that we are on the cusp of a transformative moment in Rangers' modern history, one that could redefine the attacking identity of the squad. Amid all the speculation, supporters are also reflecting on the psychological dimensions of this potential transfer, imagining how the arrival of a high-profile signing might affect team morale, competitive spirit, and internal rivalries. Shankland's presence could invigorate training sessions, forcing existing forwards to raise their game, while also placing pressure on the coaching staff to optimize the use of both new and existing talent. Meanwhile, the veterans' reaction, whether it is graceful acceptance or subtle discontent, could influence the dressing room atmosphere, creating a storyline that is as much about personality dynamics as it is about footballing ability. Media outlets have begun profiling both Shankland and the veteran, framing the narrative around themes of renewal, ambition, and the relentless march of professional sport, further amplifying fan engagement and speculation. Social media is saturated with posts analyzing historical performances, expected goal contributions, and hypothetical formations as supporters attempt to forecast the impact of these moves on the club's immediate prospects. The speculation has even sparked debates about Rangers' broader strategy, questioning whether this is part of a long-term vision to dominate domestically or a tactical gamble aimed at short-term glory. Every angle is being dissected, from fitness levels to psychological resilience, with commentators emphasizing that the true story will only unfold once the club officially announces its plans, adding layers of anticipation, excitement, and inevitably anxiety to the unfolding saga. Finally, the cultural implications of this potential signing cannot be underestimated, as Rangers fans are known for their deep emotional investment in both players and club ethos, making any major transfer a subject of intense scrutiny. Shankland's potential arrival is being discussed not just in terms of goals and assists, but also in terms of leadership qualities, community involvement, and how he embodies the fighting spirit often associated with Rangers over decades. The veteran's possible exit compounds this discussion, raising questions about loyalty, the nature of sporting legacy, and the sometimes brutal realities of modern football, where even revered figures must eventually make way for progress. Local media and fan podcasts are already framing narratives around new era versus old guard, exploring the symbolic and practical significance of these potential moves, and hinting at an emotional roller coaster for supporters who will witness both the excitement of fresh talent and the sorrow of bidding farewell to a beloved figure. Analysts speculate that the balancing act between Shankland's integration and the veteran's departure will define the tone of Rangers' upcoming campaign, influencing fan sentiment, media narratives, and the perception of the club's strategic intelligence. Rumors are swirling thickly, discussions are intensifying, and one thing is certain: if this speculation turns out to be true, Rangers are on the cusp of a story that will dominate Scottish football conversations for weeks, if not months. The potential arrival of Lawrence Shankland has stirred not only the fan base, but also rival clubs, who are reportedly reassessing defensive strategies and transfer priorities in light of this speculation. Within Scottish football circles, whispers suggest that Celtic, Aberdeen, and even some mid-table sides are quietly analysing how Shankland's addition to Rangers could disrupt their long-term plans. Pundits are theorising about how his movement, aerial ability, and clinical finishing could force a tactical evolution under the current managerial regime, prompting changes in formations and pressing systems across the league. Rumours have also begun circulating that certain players within rival squads are expressing concern privately about facing Shankland, particularly in high-stakes fixtures where a single goal can define league positions or European qualification hopes. The intrigue is heightened by reports that Rangers' recruitment team has conducted in-depth psychological profiling, gauging not only his technical ability, but also his capacity to handle pressure, media scrutiny, and the expectations of a fan base that demands nothing short of excellence. Observers are speculating that if Shankland thrives, the ripple effect could extend beyond one season, influencing the transfer market, wage structures, and even the strategic approaches of competing clubs who might feel compelled to invest in high-profile strikers of their own. This narrative is fueling endless debates online, with fan channels, podcasts, and social media threads dissecting potential outcomes with forensic detail, creating a feverish environment in which speculation and anticipation are almost indistinguishable. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The departure of the veteran player adds an equally dramatic subplot to this unfolding story, as insiders suggest that his exit could signal a profound shift in Rangers' squad culture. The veteran has long been regarded as a stabilizing presence, someone who brings experience, mentorship, and leadership to the dressing room, and speculation suggests that his absence could create a temporary vacuum in influence that Shankland might be expected to fill in part. Analysts are raising questions about whether the team's chemistry will evolve smoothly or whether the loss of a familiar figure could create tension among existing players. particularly those who have developed strong bonds with the veteran over many campaigns. Social media discussions are rife with conjecture about the veteran's next move, with some suggesting a transition to a coaching role, a move abroad, or even retirement, each possibility carrying its own set of implications for Rangers' identity and long-term strategic vision. The emotional side of football is also at play as fans grapple with the bittersweet reality of bidding farewell to a figure who has contributed decades of service, while simultaneously imagining the excitement of welcoming a striker whose ambition, energy, and hunger for goals could catalyze a new era of attacking football. The balance between continuity and renewal is proving to be a key theme in every discussion, emphasizing how a single speculative transfer can trigger narratives that resonate far beyond the pitch itself. Speculators are also fixated on how Shankland's presence might influence the tactical choices of the managerial staff, particularly in scenarios where Rangers aim to assert dominance both domestically and in European competitions. Rumors suggest that Shankland could operate in a central striking role and potentially freeing up wingers and midfielders to exploit spaces more effectively, while also offering a focal point for counterattacks and high-press strategies. Tactical analysts are hypothesizing about a potential evolution from a traditional two-striker system to a more fluid attacking approach, which could see Shankland interchanging positions with supporting forwards, pulling defenders out of shape, and creating space for dynamic midfield runners. The speculation further extends to set-piece scenarios where Shankland's aerial prowess could be a game-changer, particularly against opponents who traditionally defend rigidly in the box. Behind the scenes, insiders are reportedly discussing minute details from training routines to conditioning regimes, with the understanding that integrating a new high-profile forward is as much a logistical and psychological challenge as it is a sporting opportunity. Every small hint, from press conference remarks to cryptic social media posts, is being magnified, feeding a narrative of anticipation and uncertainty that keeps fans and pundits on edge. Should the speculation prove accurate, the ripple effects could extend far beyond Rangers' first 11, influencing youth prospects, rotation policies, and the overall tempo of matches, establishing Shankland as a potential catalyst for tactical innovation and renewed ambition across the squad. Off the pitch, the speculation has ignited discussions about branding, commercial impact, and fan engagement, with insiders hinting that Shankland's signing could provide new opportunities for marketing campaigns, merchandise sales, and community outreach initiatives. Fan forums are buzzing with hypothetical shirt sales, autograph sessions, and promotional appearances, reflecting the way a single high-profile transfer can energize multiple aspects of a football club's ecosystem. There is also conjecture regarding sponsorship activations tied to performance metrics, with potential bonuses and incentives linked to league goals, European results, and public appearances, all contributing to the sense that Rangers are approaching this rumored move with a comprehensive, multi-dimensional strategy. Meanwhile, media outlets have begun drawing contrasts between the old guard and the new arrival, framing narratives around the clash of generations, the evolution of team identity, and the sometimes brutal reality of modern football where even legends must make way for renewal. Pundits are predicting that Shankland's arrival could redefine fan expectations, shifting attention from individual loyalty to collective ambition, and creating a spectacle that extends from Ibrox to social media channels, podcasts, and televised analysis across Scotland and beyond. The speculation alone has generated a level of engagement that some insiders claim rivals that of an actual match week, illustrating how narratives in modern football are increasingly driven by anticipation, emotion, and the cultural resonance of players' careers, rather than purely on-pitch outcomes. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned